The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house. Wow, we've got really Bitcoin pushing higher. We're seeing a little bit of volatility in range, but essentially holding up pretty well, and looks like it's trying to get ready for the next big move. We've got stretch coming up this week. It looks like it will go to $100, which means that if it gets above that, it will start minting basically more money from the debt markets. And that's going to buy Bitcoin, guys. So getting exciting. We got the Iranians offering another deal with the words coming through to President Trump. And so that is going through as well. That's evolution. We'll see what happens there, but it's certainly heading in the right direction. And of course, Ethereum, they're continuing to get ready for, I think it's a huge rally ahead. So it's going to look pretty good. We got Pulsechain trying to find the bottom price right now. And let's see how that's tracking today. And then, of course, we've got a lot of excitement in the DeFi space on Pulsechain. Lots of cool things happening in that space, led by people like Kairos from Embit Farms. And, of course, True DeFi, True Farms, and many others like that are really leading the way there. We're excited about where that's all going. So I hope you guys enjoy the show. We've got Hexavator in the house there. Hey, gang, great to see you, Hexavator. And we've got Hexamoto in the house there. Hey, hello, Superman. Big fan here. I appreciate that. And yeah, we're sharing the journey together, aren't we, Hexamoto? And what's it, over 6 years now? I think it is now. It's just tracking up. I think that's well over 2,000 shows I've done, something like that, something crazy. I don't know. I did a period where I was doing lots of 2 shows a day. I don't know whether that adds even more. I don't know, but it's certainly a long time. But hey, look, we're sharing the journey. And this is like a 10-year cycle, right? 10-year cycle. And I think we're just warming up. All right, let's get into it. Without further ado, let's see how the market's going. It is Sunday down under, and it's obviously probably Saturday afternoon, evening in the Northern Hemisphere. But let's see how the crypto market's going today. And let's do a refresh of this, actually. Make sure we got the latest and greatest. We are sitting at $2.677 trillion total market cap based on CoinGecko. And that seems to be flat. It's indicating flat. I don't know if that's true, but that's where it is at the moment. We're at the Bitcoin price at the moment, down 0.2% at $78,151. We've got Ethereum there down 0.2%, up 0.2%, I should say, at $2,302. Trying to hold on to that 2,300 mark quite nicely. We've got XRP down 0.3%, $1.38 at number 4. Number 5 is BNB, is flat at the moment at $615. 55. We almost got 4 5s there. We've got Solana at number 7, down 0.4%, $83.66. Tron at number 8 is up 1.1% at 33 cents. We got Dogecoin at number 10, down 1% at 10.7 cents. Best performer by country mile is Dogecoin for the week, up 9.9%. And we actually have Bitcoin up almost 1% for the week. So I think we're just getting ready, guys. We're just getting ready for a pretty exciting outlook for crypto and Bitcoin and everything else. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Hexavator says Emmett Farms on Pulsechain is epic. Yeah, they're doing an amazing job with over a year of sustained high APRs. Incredible stuff there from Kairos. We got Sean O'Malley in house as well. Up only indeed. And let's get into it. Let's go into the deep dive and have a look at the best performer in the top 100. It is BitTensor Tower over the last 24 hours, 4.6%. Algorand 3.5, Ondo at 3.3, Render at 3.3, and Astra at 3%. So pretty modest over the last 24 hours, but still green for those top 5. Top 5 for the week, we got Blockchain Capital. That's up 28%. BitTensor Tower 15%. Pudgy Penguins 13%. Provenance Blockchain 11%, and Dogecoin there almost 10%. So those are the top 5 in the top 100. Top 1,000 right now is Rivcoin, Tagger, Terra Luna Classic. We've seen that a few times. Got a pretty diehard community there. Trending overall is Terra Luna Classic. So, trying to push higher. We might have a quick look at that actually to see where it is at. We've got Lab and Mega ETH. Of course, Mega ETH becoming a bit more popular. And we saw Liberty Swap, right? I see the price is down, but it's trending. Liberty Swap Mega ETH there is going to be incorporated, I believe, by Liberty Swap. So we might have a look at that news item yesterday, or it came out overnight. And I think they can do Bitcoin. Is that right? Bitcoin? I think so. We're going to check that out. So we might have Bitcoin coming into Pulsechain. I know Internet Money does Bitcoin, doesn't it? Yeah, let's see where that heads. All right. What else are we going to say? Yeah, that's it. Pretty much flat market today. Slightly green, let's say. Slightly green to the upside there. Let's jump into Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now, it was doing pretty well a bit earlier in terms of trying to push a little bit higher. We know that sometimes in the Sundays, right, the exchanges and that seem to short the market and take out their long positions and whatever. And so maybe we're getting a bit of that. Remember last Sunday we had the big red candles, I think we did, if I remember rightly. Yeah, Monday. Was it Monday? Monday we had that big sell-off. Remember that? Yeah, Monday. It would have been Sunday, I think, US time maybe. What time is this? Yeah, that would have been Sunday US time, and we had the big sell-off there. And, of course, all those liquidations, right, for the longs. And then we've got a little bit of that happening again. Not quite. It's Monday. It's Sunday here. But Saturday, we've got a bit of a push down here at the moment, last 4 hours on the old Bitcoin. We'll see whether it will bounce from this line here, 78, or hold up at the 78 100. But certainly we're getting a nice another range. Looks like it's forming. Let's go back to the 4 hour and have a quick look at that. So 4 hour, we are over the 4 hour 50 moving average, which is at 77,300. So we're still up quite nicely there. Moving to the daily on the old Bitcoin. We have got the price sitting just in the middle right now between the 50-day in yellow and the 200-day in orange. That is 74,000 on the 50-day, and it is 82,100 on the 200-day. And we have got the 50-day moving up, which is really exciting. If it crosses the orange line, you guys know it's a golden cross. We've currently had a death cross played out since 17th November after our big liquidation event back on the 10th of October, right? So we're still playing that out and getting a nice recovery, moving into a new zone here. As you can see, that was our bottom zone. Presumably the bottom is in at 60K. It would, I guess, need something negative to take us down if we're going to go down. So generally, we're positive about we're going up. So we have got a lot of new players coming in, right? Just about everybody is starting to come into the market, from banks to governments, etc. And of course, we've got ETFs and digital asset treasury, etc., all coming in, buying up a Bitcoin. So we've got a bit of a structural change. So maybe a 52% retrace was the bottom there. The power law, which we're going to look at in a minute as well, was had a power floor of 53K. We haven't hit that either. So here we are sitting right in the middle. So I think looking pretty good. If we look at the weekly, so if 82 is the next target, 82 there being the 200-day moving average. Let's have a look at the weekly then. So 82, kind of the bottom there. And then we've got the 50 weekly moving average at 86. So 82 to 86 seems like a pretty decent range. And also on horizontal there, we had some support in that range right before we came down in October there into November. So that kind of seems like we're setting up. We've got a bit of a W playing out as well on the weekly also. So that is Bitcoin. So obviously we've got Bitcoin holding up pretty well at 78. Want to get over 80 and into that 82 to 86K range. So we'll keep watching out for that. All I was going to say is, how do we get there, right? Well, we get there with a lot of those different entities coming in. The biggest one, of course, has got to be Strategy. They recently flipped BlackRock's IBIT ETF, which is pretty amazing, right? Pretty amazing. And they're using just the stretch preferred stock there to basically vampire the debt markets. Debt markets are hundreds of trillions of dollars, money market, bond market, private credit market, etc. And so these guys are harvesting that. Even if they get a small percentage, you're talking about potentially trillions flowing into Bitcoin to pump Bitcoin. The supply of Bitcoin disappearing, only 13,000 Bitcoin a week sort of thing. So you ended up buying 40, 50,000 Bitcoin a month. So you're smashing it, and you're just one entity, right? So I think we're probably looking this week coming up. We saw Friday, we got up to $19.90, I think it was, at the peak. So I think we're pretty close to getting over $100 on Monday. Monday's trading, and therefore we'll have the first ATM operating when it goes over $100. They can issue new shares, raise new capital, and buy more Bitcoin. So that's how it's happening there. And that Bitcoin's going into the common stock MSDR. So if you're wondering how that mechanism works, we will probably start ramping up. Don't expect $1 billion days, but we'll certainly start getting some accrue buying there. All things equal, right? We're assuming no negative news that drags the price down. And so all things equal, we should see it go over $100 on Monday, I think, and I'm pretty optimistic about that. And then start minting out, right? So it goes to the 14th as well. So let me just quickly check how many days that is. So that would be 5 days next week. It could be printing ATM, and then another 4 days. So we got potentially 9 days of ATM printing. And of course, those last maybe 2-3 days could be $1 billion plus days like we saw last time. And therefore, you're buying tens of thousands of Bitcoin, even at the higher price of 78. So keep a lookout for that. I don't know if there's enough Bitcoin around, guys. It's going to be pretty crazy. Obviously, they got OTC desks, they got Coinbase and other entities helping, I think, but it is really getting scarce. And that's the strategy. We're not even talking about all the ETFs, the whales, and everybody else. The government coming in. We are expecting big news from the White House around their digital strategy, particularly Bitcoin. Within a few weeks, we heard that from the government advisor. It's, I think, all hell's about to break loose. That's why the outlook is looking so good. So we're not just dreaming of higher prices. We've got all these fundamental forces accretively, additionally adding more and more buy pressure every day for Bitcoin, and the thousands of Bitcoin a day. So that's kind of where we're heading over the next 2 weeks. We're going to have the ETS buying thousands, strategy buying thousands, the whales buying thousands. You get it. It's just going to all add on top of each other. And you've only got 450 Bitcoin being mined by the Bitcoin miners every day. So, and exchanges, they got maybe up to a few million sitting in them, but they're getting a lot of that's not used for trading. And so the trading amount of Bitcoin's getting scarcer and scarcer and scarcer as these juggernauts are buying insane amount of Bitcoin every month. So I think we're sitting at 78K. I think we're looking good for a big move. Obviously, we've got the Sunday volatility on, which will be Monday our time down under, but it's going to get pretty insane. So look forward to May, and then in June we have obviously got the vote on it at the moment for Stretch to not just pay monthly dividends, but to pay bi-monthly or fortnightly dividends, which is an absolute game changer. So we'll have possibly even more printing at a faster pace. It's going to be insane, guys. The other thing, of course, there's other products like SATA out there and others that are also raising Bitcoin, lots of different second layers, accumulating Bitcoin as part of their management as well for debt, offering debt yield. It is crazy. I think it's going to be even bigger than people imagine. So I think, it's going to be so much fun to see that. So there we go, guys. So anyway, a strategy CEO is Fong Li, this chap here, and he's called Stretch the iPhone moment for credit markets, predicting hundreds of layer 2 products will be built on top, just like AirPods built on iPhone. Isn't that incredible? You got to get excited about that. That is pretty cool. Very cool indeed. We got Hexamoto in house. There's Mafia's hit all-time high. Called Mafia is the company, says Hexamoto. We're going to be talking about Pulsechain markets coming up, and Mafia's definitely out in the top there. We got Manitoke says, good evening all. Your streams rock, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. The iPhone moment, it's about to get real. So let's have a look at so we got all these entities buying at huge rates now that are ramping up. Remember, this is only going to be the third month for Stretch, really doing significant volumes at a yield of 11%. So it's only just beginning. The forward look, our forward view. Well, Bitcoin long-term power law seems to be a very good fit up to this time, as you can see in the chart. And we are looking at the support price here now, 64,700. We got the current price at 78, 250, depending on which exchange you're looking. But the midpoint now is the linear regression fit, or midpoint is 182K. You like that? You like the sound of that? And then we got 633 is the resistance line in purple at the top there. So exciting times. But let's have a look at where this is indicating we might be at the end of the year. And so let's bring that in. So the end of the year is approximately around 200,000 on the power law. So you can see in the past, we bounce off the bottom here, just like we are now. we bounce off the bottom and we go for a big rise. But what we're kind of seeing is that we get these big rises, right? We get these big banana parts of the curves. That's when the magic money is made in crypto. And we've seen this like back in 2017, we saw the big rise. We came back down, and then we had this sort of mid-peak rise, and then we came down again into the bear market, and then we got a new high, right? Got a new rally here. Well, we kind of got this mid-peak high as well with this 126K, and that's kind of like this one here, or maybe like some of these ones here, or some of these ones here. See, so we're really winding up for this big one ahead of us. And as I said, it's not just thinking that we're going to follow the power law here and go up, but actually we've got all these entities buying up Bitcoin at a large stake. Everyone is starting to run in, and we're still early on that move. It's insane. It's insane. All right, so that is kind of where we are. So 200K, a pretty good mark. Now it could be 100K, 20K above or minus, or it could be way above, right? So it could be way above. The top of the resistance line at the end of 26 is $700,000. And then 27, the end of 27, we look a bit further. We've got the midpoint there at 280K, and the top of the resistance line 918, which is pretty insane. Now, you think we might not get the 900K by the end of 27? Well, we've got strategy buying up all the Bitcoin. If it keeps buying 40, 50K Bitcoin a month, you can see it happening pretty quickly, along with everybody else buying. And you can see we've hit the top of this purple line several times before at the top of the peak banana. So there's no reason why we couldn't actually get there in the next 18 months or so, up to to testing the 900K. That would certainly probably be the early side of things. But hey, look, it's the potential's there with these massive buyings, and we'll hear what the White House has got in their strategy too. So you got to get pretty excited where we are right now. So in any case, we're at the bottom of this, near the bottom of the red line, the support line, and which means that you're here at the right time, right place, doesn't it? Very, very exciting. Now, obviously, nothing's financial advice, usual thing, do your own due diligence, but that's we're following the chart logic there. All right, let's get into Ethereum. Ethereum at the moment on the daily, we've got the support here at 2,250. We're at 2,300 right now. We've got the 200-day at 2,600. And we are also slightly moving up, not quite as strong looking as Bitcoin, but I suggest to you that we are winding up for a hyper move for Ethereum, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be explosive. So get excited about that. We have staking. Think about staking is up around 32% right now. The yield's at about 3% for staking on Ethereum. We have similar things happening in the Ethereum market. We don't have the debt vampiring like we do with strategy, but that may be coming. So keep a lookout for that. That would be next level again. But at the moment, we've got Tom Lee leading the digital asset treasuries with Bitmine Immersion, and is bringing over the whole of finance. So he's bringing the new monetary system over to Ethereum. So this is pretty exciting, right? So here we are, looking forward to that. And of course, slowly, I think we're going to get such an aggressive run here with this, with the move on Ethereum. Now let's go to the weekly. Actually, just have a look at the longer time frame, and you can see that. Look at this in the weekly here. Consolidating below 5,000, but really getting some nice support. Around 1,500 at the bottom here. But we recently came down to 1,740. And of course, that was pretty close to Tom DeMarks, who's one of the best timing guys in the world. And looks like we're up and away here. So I'm getting pretty excited. It's going to be extremely explosive. Tom Lee still needs to buy about 900 to 950,000 Ethereum. So still got buying pressure over the next few months. But he's heading towards 6 million, and 5% of supply already over 4%. With about almost 4.2 million. I think he's getting pretty close to that on the old Ethereum buy. And we're going to get a disclosure tomorrow. So Bitcoin and Ethereum for strategy and Bitmine Immersion, we're going to get disclosures from them tomorrow before the markets open up, about an hour and a half. And that will give us their updates about what Bitcoin they bought. Obviously, Strategy's got other products, so they buy Bitcoin with that too, as well as with the common stock. And also, we've got Bitmine Immersion buying ETH all the time. We know at least they bought 60,000 this week. I suggest you they'll probably be pretty close to 101,000 Bitcoin. They bought some more off Ethereum org as well. So that puts them at around 70 at least that I'm aware of. But I suggest you they'll probably be pretty much around 101 or so, what they've been buying the last 2 weeks, which is an insane amount of Ethereum, you think about it. So it's going to be exciting, guys. It's going to be exciting. So let's move on from that. So we're getting ready for a pretty explosive outlook. Tom Lee and Bitmine Immersion believe Ethereum is set for an explosive move after a massive 5-year consolidation. We just looked at that, the chart, right, on the weekly. Just that range, just consolidated under 5K, ready for the big moves. We're going to 10K, 15K, 20K, even 60K in the longer run. As a network re-rate happens, you've got to get excited. It's going to be pretty fun here. Lee says the next rally will be mainly driven by tokenization and agentic AI, obviously with support of stablecoins as well. And of course, here is a little bit of the potentiality in the older ETH chart here. So, this rally here, 2017, 2018, we got a 227x in Ethereum. This rally here, 2020 to 21, 22, we got a 54x. And so we had a high here back 17, 18 of 1366. Then we got to 4,600 or so. And then, of course, we've been hyper consolidating in here. Look at that. Insane, right? Insane, that consolidation. And, we're sitting around 2,365. Now we've got the catalyst of agentic AI and tokenization happening at pace. These are ramping up, that we could see an absolute ballistic rise here in the Ethereum price. So you got to get excited. You got excited. We got record transactions on the chain. We got record level staking, 32%. I think it's pretty high. And we've got everybody flooding in. All the banks are flooding in, taking positions in these digital asset treasuries, setting up ETFs, setting up staking ETFs. The Morgan Stanleys, the BlackRocks, all those, they're all coming. They're all coming. So it is getting ready, and this consolidation going to lead to an explosive re-rate. And this is exciting. So very, very cool. All right. And Tom Lee is a key person making it happen, right? Making it happen. All right. Let's jump into Pulsechain, shall we? And we're 22 minutes on the hour. We're going to have a slightly shorter show today. I was going through the market highlights. But let's see where we're up at the moment. So we have got day 1087 since Pulsechain launched. Pulsechain is a full system stake fork of Ethereum based on a 10th of May 2023 snapshot. Launched a couple of days later on the 30th of May, and here we are 1087 days later. Pulsechain at the moment, 50735. We're still trying to find the bottom in the mega downtrend. We're down 2.25% today, down slightly from yesterday. We got Pulsex at the moment. The big DEX on Pulsechain is at 50579, down 1.7%. We got the buy and burn has crept up a little bit. We're now at 8.92%. Ink token there, just under 35 cents, down 2.25%. And that's pretty similar to the Pulse price. And then we got Hex on Pulsechain, or PHEX as we call it, at just over 1,300 of a penny. That is down 4.2% today. We got EHEX on Ethereum. British and Pulsechain here in this case is at 00059. One PHEX will buy you 2.22 EHEX. So EHEX there gained a little bit of strength against PHEX there. Looking at the gas prices, we got 1.6 million beats, so pretty elevated right now. We're at 4/10 of a penny. Typically, we're down at 2/10 or 3/10 of a penny. The validators right now, we're at 49,869. We're seeing a little bit of weakening off on the validator numbers below 50. Let's have a look at the bridge value, 68.4 million, but we've got to take, I guess, the coast off there. So we're probably, down at 53 or something. That is where we are, but we've got at least one or two more liquidity forks coming to Pulsechain. And of course, Vaults 369 from Fast Abdul is going to be probably the first ones of those. So there we go. Maybe a stablecoin coming from LibertySwap. What do you guys reckon? Let me know in the chat there your thoughts about that. They've been teasing things around that for a few weeks at least. They make it vague enough and tease enough. It's kind of like that sort of thing, tit for tat. All right, let's jump over to the markets. We've got the top performers. This is the default view for Dick Screener. Top 100 peers. And I've got it folded here by 24 hours. Not financial advice, do your own due diligence, all that good stuff. We're just going through what is on the list. We try to avoid talking about any honeypots and things like that, but I don't get to always check the tokens, etc. like that. So just take note of that. We've got Mega DAO. This is from Cabal King. I think Kairos is involved with this as well, but Cabal King for sure. Mega DAO there. It is up 13% today. It's only been around for 5 days. So let's have a quick look at this one. Mega DAO there. You can see the price still holding up pretty well. It's another reflection token, but it buys Hex, doesn't it? It's got an allocation to Hex, so we'll probably talk about that in the future. and people earning hex yield that way. It does have a pretty aggressive locking for the token, the Omega token, and of course, I think it's up to like 10 years or something. So you get a big bonus in terms of multiplier effect on the allocation of the hex divs, etc. So we'll deep dive into a bit more of that, but it's holding up pretty well. Let's look at the pulse ratio. Let's go to the 4 hourly here for the pulse ratio. You can see it had a bit of selling work here, a bit of sell pressure. What are the volumes right now? Volumes we're on the pulse ratio at the moment, but we're at 28 right now, 28. So, it's still trying to push higher here. We'll see what happens. But let's have a look at the US dollar price, and we can have a look at these volumes at the moment. So volumes, what do you get? About 6K. This one here was 6K on a sell candle, that big wick there. And it seems to be doing, well, it's pretty varied in the volume, actually. These are 4 hourly candles, by the way. If we go to the hourly candles, you can kind of see the hourly there. Obviously, volume is important for reflection tokens, so we'll keep a track of this Omega 1 year for Cabal King. See where that goes. Mafia coin from Rack and Michelle. The coin launcher site, Multi-Chain, is sitting at $2.48. It is up 12% today. Let's see if it is at the all-time high. We had Hexamoto talk about that, didn't he? Let's have a look here. So, essentially at the all-time high. What was it, $2.53? Yeah, $2.56 actually. That was a day yesterday. And so far it is at $2.48. So, pretty much around all-time highs being hit. Pulse ratio, let's look at that. It is sitting at 338,000 pulse per Mafia. And the Mafia supply now in the pool at 53,000. Now, obviously, there's some supply issues around the way the supply was set up. But it also has 1,000 validators at least that are, I guess, taking yield and buying up the chart there too. So it's got that sort of support in the Coin Mafia. Let's jump over to ZK Knowledge Printer. This is from Kairos, from Emmett Farms. This was a very smart move because this was a first mover advantage and the first DeFi product that I'm aware of that was on top of ProveX from Richard Hart. That is up 8% in the last day. And that is trucking up. Look at that. That's actually a pretty solid chart. The volumes are very handsome too. Typically doing, what's that? Typically doing 4,000, let's say, to 10,000 on average. 4 to 10,000 in volume with a few outliers both above and below. So pretty consistent earner reflection token there too. And it buys you ProveX. So you get ProveX. So you buy ZKP, stake it, and you earn ProveX from the volume. It's currently at 0.0043 on the price. Pulse ratio, though, so we'll look at that, is currently 59 and actually looking very strong. So ZKP there from Kairos, absolutely champion on the old pulse chain there. Nice work there, Kairos. And Kairos is the founder of Emmett Farm, of course, and a number of other farms, and also supports other projects, launching projects as well, like True D Farm there. Smorg, been around for over 2 months on this pair, is up 5%. Pepe, a big meme coin, of course, that is up 4% today. World's greatest PDI printer from OG WebChef, and in the old PDI there, up 3.7%. True Farm right now from True DeFi. If you want to get 2x pulse miners, that's the place to go. Kind of doing the managed funds approach, and that has been doing very well. It's currently at 83 cents, just about, up 1.8%. We've got SCADA there from the Nuclear Supply Team, a niche tokenomics provider on Pulsechain, and pretty clever, actually, one of the more innovative ones at 1.8%. And that is sitting at 0.4 of a penny. PGC the Grays UFO, often a pair that sort of outliers from the rest of PGC. That is at 1.66% at the moment. Ink UFO likewise at 1.5%. Staked ETH is a fork coin. That's at 1.5%. And then we've got a few others. UFO at 1.5% there. A1A. So it always reminds me of a rap song, right? A1A. And I'm sure there's a rap song, something like that, but it's at 1.1% there as well. Sub 1% gainers, 9mm, our second biggest DEX. So today we're doing $2 million in volume on a weekend. Pretty low, right? It's pretty low. We can all agree. We have got low volume. We're trying to find the bottom in Pulsechain, and maybe it's setting us up for that big move at some stage in the future. Maybe a few more weeks yet to go. We're at 231,000 transactions for the 24 hours as well. And 9mm is doing how much at 2 million today? They're doing 145K. We saw them doing about 400K the other day with better volume. So that does move around a bit. And PulseX, I guess, is doing most of the rest, 1.9 there. All right, so let's jump down to these more sub 1% gainers. We've got Sparta there, kind of a hex derivative, although they don't have much hex left from the looks of it. We got RhinoFi there as well, another niche tokenomics team, really cool. They got their treasury there with Pulse in it, and their 28-day recharge as well, doing buy and burn. So that's operating pretty well. Done a really great move recently, getting on to True DeFi's True Farm, and has really helped a lot with the chart as well. So a couple of pumpamentals there. ProveX ticking away there from Richard Hart. That is up as well. We haven't got the USDC pair here, but that's up a little bit on some of these other pairs, Pulsex, etc. Pulse up about 0.25% to 0.6% there. What else there? ICBM. So ICBM is in the same team as the SCADA one, right? So same team, and that is up a little bit as well. But it's paired up with SCADA, so not surprising, I guess. And then we got UFO as well. So there's a couple of UFO pairs marching around as well with EHEX and ProveX and with Hex, etc. So UFO there gaining a little bit today, but not a lot of action. As you can see in the chart, not a lot of big movers. I would say though, these top three are kind of the ones that are really moving today. Amiga from Cabal King, Mafia from Rack and Michelle, and ZKP there from Kairos. So some key names to remember there. All right, so that is 21 coins. So only 1 and 5 are slightly green. Everything else is down. And we've got a lot of big names down too. So it just is what it is. Let's pick off a few of these at the bottom. Whale Bay down 11%. Reserve Tay from James Maria down almost 10% there. For Investor from OG WebChef down 8.8%. Emmett Farm there from Kairos down 7% today. So it's still sitting at $1.29. Was it about $1.40 yesterday? That Emmett Farm offering high yields, so pretty awesome. Teddy Bear from James Maria as well, down 6.8%. Saw some mini meal there from, just trying to remember the CEO's name. Wolfgang, isn't it? Is it Wolfgang? I think it might be Wolfgang. It's Wolfgang or something similar to that. That's down 6% there at 4.4 cents. What else there? Helgo, another Hex derivative there, been around for a long time. Helgo down 5% today. Obviously, Hex is down as well, 4%. So those kind of go together, I guess. Those are the marks there. Let's have a look at something that's in the middle. We've got Swarm down 3%. Ink, obviously, there. Most Wanted, another top meme coin, down 2.6% today. Peacock's sitting pretty steady, down slightly, 2% at 1.2 cents right now. And of course, they've got their yield product coming up, haven't they, for Peacock, which will be, I guess we could start talking about now. Pump Tires at the moment, obviously some of the Pump Fun and Coin Mafia, token launching site. What is it, over, how much was it, $1 million, was it, a Pulse or something like that, burned so far? I think something like that. Doing pretty well there, and we'll look forward to the next million, eh? RH Pepe, recent coin that launched, still doing pretty well, only down 1.8% right now. Zero Trust tied into the old Peacock ecosystem, that is down 1.5% as well. Curve tied into the property market there, down 1.3%. P Tiger, was it Tiger Crypto God, an ex-influencer for Pulsechain, that is down slightly as well. And apparently he's got something new coming, isn't he? Something new, I think. The Pulse guy tied into Peacock as well. Got one of the trading bots on Telegram. That's down 0.5% right now as well. Now, we did hear about apparently someone getting hacked with the trading wallet. Now, I don't know who was providing the service, what happened there at all, or maybe the user did something. I don't know, but there was a story about that. And what else we got there? Vouch, our largest validator on Pulsechain, down 0.33%. And that's pretty much it. We came back up. We've got Top Hat there too. That's down 0.25% from Crypto Coffee. All right, so that's where the markets are right now. Let's go and check out some of the Liberty Swap stuff, shall we? So we're going to go to Liberty Swap, Liberty Swap, and see what they've been doing, because they are basically the big Kraken project launching our top tier DeFi. We obviously have a pretty vibrant DeFi space on Pulsechain. You got to keep in the know for it with people like Kairos and other people. But in terms of the heavyweight protocols, Liberty Swap is leading the way on that, and I suggest you will be doing that all year. We'll be doing it all year as they expand their massive DeFi ecosystem. So let's have a couple look at any comments they've had on about any new protocols. They're obviously making a lot of comments about Quantum Safe and other projects out there, so they're highly engaged in the market discussions. So we're having a quick look at some of the other things that they do. Let's see here. Just going through some of this. Yeah, so 4 hours ago, that says we have been provided with the API by the Thorchain team, and this enables integration between Pulsechain and Pulsechain assets and Thorchain assets, allowing for cross-chain connectivity and interoperability. Working on it, they say. And of course, Thorchain there says, which chain integration are you most excited about? Thorchain next. Liberty Swap's got Bitcoin to Pulse here, which I thought was pretty interesting as well. So we are seem to be getting more access into Bitcoin as well. So kind of cool. The last time, as I said earlier, is I think Internet Money had incorporated Bitcoin somehow. So it's kind of cool. What else there? Richard Hart said this on the 1st of March. Interesting, right? I wonder if people will use Thorchain to go from Bitcoin or Solana to Ethereum to bridge over on Pulsechain there. Liberty Swap going yes. So there we go. More associations between Richard Hart and Liberty Swap, is it? And more associations. I don't know. Just getting too much, isn't it? Too much, as we say. ZX Wallet there, which is also Liberty Swap, says yes. So you guys, I don't know, man. It's just they're in denial. They're in denial, or are they in denial? You just never know. They're very slippery on this topic in particular. So that's from Liberty Swap. So it looks like Thorchain, Bitcoin coming to Pulsechain as well. So pretty exciting. What else can you say about that? $10 says it would be cool if people bridged like 36 to 90 Bitcoin to Pulsechain. Cool. Yeah. No, we're going to see some Richard Hart Bitcoin coming through, are we? I don't know. Let's see what happens there too. What else? Have we got any more comments about this? I'm not sure. We obviously had the wallet launch, right, as well. So the ZKX wallet, we're expecting they're doing quite a bit of work on the wallet, feedback and other upgrades this week. So that should get through probably by next week sometime, I guess. And the wallet looked really good straight out of the gate, but they're doing a few little enhancements there based on feedback. So that's, doing all those enhancements within a week, all the polishing there, pretty impressive, right? Pretty impressive. Wallets are not simple things to do, and these guys, they're doing a great job pushing that forward. So kind of cool. What else we got going? Let's see here. This is a very valuable position. DeFi works. Yeah. Just seeing whether they got any other thing. We have expecting the yield product to come, right? So that might very reasonably be next week. We know that they're working hard over the weekend. They've said that. So Liberty Swap continue to work as well. So we'll keep a lookout for that. So I think that's kind of some of the highlights. I'm just having a look through. They've also teased a lot about stable coins as well coming. But I suggest to you that Liberty Swap is probably going to end up offering pretty much everything we can dream of in terms of DeFi, because they'll just be able to hook it all in to the old Liberty Swap. Remember the beginning of the year, they enabled contracts that they could just hook in all this DeFi. So I think Liberty Swap's going to become quite the juggernaut as we move forward. Just got to be patient and let it play out. So very cool. Yeah, we have been provided the API for Thorchain team that enables integration between Pulse and Thorchain assets, allowing for cross-chain connectivity and interoperability. So interoperability, I should say. So we're just expanding all the time. Pretty exciting stuff. What's this one about here? So yeah, kind of cool. 10 hours ago, of course, so Circle has been reported to be sued over allegation and action in the Drift hack case. And Arbitrum has also faced legal action related to attempting to recover funds from a hacker, ironically enough. It really highlights that why some people value decentralization, censorship-resistant systems like Pulsechain. So they're making lots of commentaries about things like that too. This was 12 hours ago. Good morning, Pulsechain. We've put on we've put other things on hold. That probably may be the yield there. Focus on building and getting everything ready for Pulsechain's next phase. What the heck is this? What the heck is this? And that's still working, still believing, still here. Peak up to $10. Let's see how far we can really go. So obviously they're doing the Thorchain, but what does this really mean? What does this really mean? Good morning, sir. Get it done. More coming next week. Now we also knew that they were going to do some special things. Remember that? So they are a little bit delayed after the wallet. The wallet is a big deal, and so I'm not surprised. And takes a bit extra work than normal. But it does look like we're going to get a lot of cool stuff. So Pulsechain next phase, billions. That's right. So people are asking, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What's been put on hold? Cooking, bathroom, sleep. So they're not telling us anything. Building more demand around a community coin is the best way forward. Let's go Peacock there. So yeah, they're saying lots of hype and excitement, but no details about that. So yeah. All right, so that is some of the highlights there from Liberty Swap, and that's pretty much going to finish the show for us today, I think. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, we're finishing a bit early today because we've got other things to do around Pulsechain. I'll be working on Pulsechain today, but guess what we got tomorrow, guys? Guess what's tomorrow? It is the Pulsechain Monster Thread number 52. What's significant about 52? Well, it's 1 year, guys. 1 year of publications for the Monster Thread. Isn't that incredible? That's coming out tomorrow. 1 year. It's insane, guys. And, it's been exciting. It's been exciting during a bear market in Pulsechain too. Hitting huge numbers. Millions of people have read the Monster Thread this year. And it's fantastic. So, you got to be excited about it. So, we're looking forward to next year because we know that next year, and when I say next year, I mean the week after this Monday, is going to be the bull run. It's happening, guys. It's inevitable. There's so much buy pressure and not enough supply. It is going to be glorious. And if we can get Pulsechain forming the bottom, it would be so cool. In fact, just before we finish, we've still got three and a half minutes that I can cover Pulsechain. I just want to get into that chart and show you where we're battling right now for the Pulsechain chart, and we're hunting that bottom, right? That once and for all bottom and trend reversal, right? That's what everyone's looking for. Let's see where we go, and let's pull this up the chart. I think I might do the monthly chart. Start off with that first. Let's do that, and let's bring that back. So not quite finished today. Not quite finished. He says another 3 minutes. Another 3 minutes. We've got Manitok in the house there with the old prayers and the star of goodness there. So this is what we've had to put up with, Pulsechain. We've had to put up with, these obviously a mega downtrend, but we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months of red candles. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. And people have watched their portfolio go down, down, down. The only way to offset that, of course, is to take on more risk opportunity, and that is to DCA and particularly buy a lot of volume down the bottom, and you can lower your average price dramatically given the amount of volume you can get right now. So at the Pulsechain sacrifice, to get a billion pulse was like 85K approximately, and now you can get it for 7,300. So the world has changed, and there's lots of pulse flushing around. As soon as we get a 2x in the price, though, you're going to get way less than twice what you would have. So, it's going to be dramatic. Just remember that once the price starts going back up, getting all this big amount of pulse right now, it starts disappearing, right? So just take note of that. Now, what are we looking for? Let's go to the weekly chart. So the weekly chart there, we are looking for, I don't know if I've got the right pair. Have I got the smaller pair? I'm not sure which one this is. What pair is this? Yes, the smaller one. So I haven't got the right one here. Let me get the other one because we've got our charts on the other one, haven't we? And it's the bigger one. So I think it's this one here, isn't it? I think it's this one. Yeah, this one here. And let's try this again. We're going to go full. This is the weekly candles. So this yellow line is our mega downtrend. Yeah, not much fun, is it? Not much fun. Well, it's been fun if you've been buying, or at least particularly down the bottom here. But at the moment, we've got the RSI skimming along the bottom for a very long period of time. Look at that. And that's because of those 9 months. 9 months there down. Now, here we're on the weekly candles. We're trying to defend the 7,000 line, right? And we, I've been talking about that we might take 6 to 8 weeks to do it. And arguably, we're kind of in that 6 week mark now, aren't we? So let's zoom on this a little bit here. Now, just like we saw the RSI here jump back up. See how it's done that a couple of times over the last couple of years? And we've seen the green candles in the charts following it up. Well, it looks like we're at the bottom here as well, waiting for that to go up as well and get a nice little recovery there. So that's kind of where we're sitting. We've also got this bullish macro picture in the crypto majors as well, remember? So we've got both of those sitting up. And we've also got a strong stock market, which looks like the PE ratios are still pretty modest, and therefore we've still got a lot of upside to come through. We're certainly going to find out the results in the next week or two from earnings season. Last week, of course, was great for Magnificent Seven and stock market. So let's see where we're going here. So we got a few weeks here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So maybe it will take 8 weeks on the short time. There's a short time frame. Sometimes these can take 3 months, 4 months, maybe. But certainly, if we're going to be on the shorter time frame and we do really start taking off with Bitcoin and all that, then we could start taking off, by mid-May, for example. So that's what we're looking forward to this week coming up, and next week with the old Bitcoin strategy ATM with Stretch, and see if that helps as well. Now, the argument would be that we're maybe not get as much rotation if people think that the Pulse is still the better option, given it's coming off such a low base. We'll see how that plays out, because rotation has been a problem as well. So here we are sitting at 50,7,300 at the moment, trying to defend that 7,000 mark, and we've been here for about 6 weeks, give or take. And we had a little fake one there, 9,200, about 3 weeks ago. And let's see if we can get a takeoff there. Now, for me, 1,200 is the mark. 40 is 1,200. So if to lose a zero, get the 1,200 and get above that to try and get rid of this mega downtrend, this big yellow line here, and start to zigzag our way back up on a mega uptrend. Let's see. And so that's kind of what we're looking forward to at the moment. Obviously, Liberty Swap is playing a big role and as the heavyweight on Pulsechain. And then we've got a lot of good solid DeFi sitting underneath that, helping high yield passive income while we're in this bear market, like Emmet Farm and True Farm and things like that. But on the way, we're looking for this major move. Now, when we do get this major move, we're going to have a lot of the projects that are backed up. We've got a lot of projects that haven't launched that are all backed up. They're all waiting for ETH to go back up and the Pulsechain to trend around and the sentiment to change. And I suggest to you, we're going to have a whole raft of backed up pipeline Pulsechain projects launching. And some of them are world-class DeFi too. We'll just have to be patient for those. But we're thinking about Stu and Jacob and lots of other people, Fast Abdul, all of them got multiple projects, and of course many other teams. There's so many that are waiting to launch. So that is going to be a bit of bonanza when it happens, I think. We're sitting at 50,7,300 at the moment. We've also got marketing going out, right? So people airdropping Hex to the eHex address. I think it may have stopped now. It was sitting about 9 million wallets or something. That's gone from 400,000 wallets to 9 million or so. We also got the promo pads expanding. I think we've got 18 hubs in America now, something like that, and then 6 hubs in Europe or something. And we've got people delivering them in Italy, people delivering in the UK. I mean, all over the place. So that's having a nice impact too, no doubt, and millions to go out, right? Millions to go out. So that's on the move right now. So yeah, let's look out. So see if we can get a nice little rally, get over 1,200. Obviously, losing a zero is going to be important, but getting over 1,200 is going to be very important there on horizontal. Also with the weekly 21 moving weekly average, which is also at 1,200. So we've got horizontal and moving average convergence there. And we want to get over that and start zigging higher highs, right? Higher highs and higher lows. That's what we're after. Not lower highs and lower lows, but higher highs and higher lows. You can make a rap song out about that. We're doing rap songs today. All right, so that's pretty much it. That is where Pulsechain is at the moment. We'll keep a lookout for that. But that is essentially what we're looking to move ahead for. In the last week, we also had a few sellers and bridging out $1.5 million or so. So we have been hit, still hit again. But hopefully we get a little bit of peace and quiet, and we can get more buying than selling and break out up here and hopefully get over that 1,200 mark. Let's see what happens. But that is that's the perspective scenario. I'm moving ahead there to finally break this yellow downtrend. Wouldn't that be glorious? And it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to start ramping up, zigzag the way up. But what we'd like to see is it just break this down cycle once and for all, and just slowly creep us up, even if we have to consolidate a little bit more, and up we go. But I'm expecting Bitcoin to be so bullish that hopefully we get dragged up with that too, and that excludes anything else Richard Hart might do or not do, that sort of thing. So pretty cool. We got pretty thin liquidity on the chain. It's easy to move the candles. We may have a market maker come in. Let's see. It may be ProveX that moves. Who knows? We'll see. Those are some of the more probable things, I guess. But we'll keep a lookout for that. The thinner liquidity pools, Hex, ProveX, could be the ones that make the magic source happen. So keep a lookout for that. All right, I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the coverage. I went a bit longer there, but it is what it is, as they say. All right, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Don't forget to smash the follow on X. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. 50 minutes today, a bit shorter, but we'll catch you again tomorrow. And tomorrow's show will be ahead of the markets going live in the evening, because I think that's when we're going to get some fireworks, guys. Keep a lookout for that stretch ATM tomorrow when the markets open in the US, because I think it's going to be pretty fun. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. It is a key lead indicator into the bull market ahead. So ramp up over the next 9 days of ATM printing. I think we're going to see some pretty big fireworks happen. Going to be pretty awesome. Thank you, sir. You're most welcome, Manitoke. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And guys, catch you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.